So here recently, I've gotten tired of basically sugarcoating shit, and when people are talking about this intimidation factor that men are feeling and experiencing, or whatever the case may be, about women who have degrees and education and all of this stuff, I've just been telling the truth about that strong, independent shit and or whatnot. So, without further ado, this is the reason, and I'll be back. Roll it.
Most men, I won't say generalization, most men like to get a woman that's already where she is so that he can just come on and join her ride.
Some women have an issue where, okay, I'm building them up, and then they throw it in his face, oh, nigga, if it wasn't for me.
I don't do that.
Yeah, never. Who does
women,
that?
Women love building.
Women
Men don't like to build women. Men like to get. I'm not. Most men. I won't say generalization. Most men like to get a woman that's already where she is, so that he can just come on and join her ride. Most women, once they get to where they are, the men that are on their level, oftentimes not available for whatever reason. If you want to say because Kevin Samuels was right, it's because I'm fat and I'm old and I'm black and I got two cats, fine. But at the end of the day, I'm at a certain level. If I look for men that are my level, they're already taken, or there's some situation. So I'll look at the clearance rack and I'll go, okay, all he needs is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then women just start piecing it. Women piece men all together all the time. We always piecing a nigga together. That's why I don't know we don't have our own show on HGTV called Flip This Nigga. We constantly flipping a nigga, constantly like, well, you listen, I only got 10,000 on the budget of him. I know you're gonna go 20,000 over budget, but can you flip this nigga? And they're gonna do, we gonna say,
and then they do some shoddy
we
work
did the best
and then
we
it falls
could.
apart.
That we did the best
worst
we
thing,
could. He
if
still
the
had
min-
molding.
I've said this before. The minute a woman, the minute a woman makes a man feel like she don't need him for anything, is the minute he don't want to fuck with.
You know, I had this in my last situation
minute-
where it
the
was
minute
like,
you
oh,
be
you
like
don't
this-
act like you need me. Here's the thing I said to him, and this is what I think is powerful. He didn't have much common sense, so he couldn't grab this, but maybe you can. It is better for a woman to want you than to need you. Because if I need you, it's not me really seeing
That's
you.
in your
Hold on a
mind.
second.
That's not how we
Hold on
feel.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you from a
It
woman.
does matter.
I'm telling you.
You cannot dismiss. You
listen,
cannot dismiss my feelings.
Listen.
You can't do it.
In respect to your feelings,
Could you put your fingers down?
as a woman
Finger down.
who has a vagina,
Smooth it out.
Yee is going to relate to this too,
Why
because
did
she
you
also
make
has
your
a
vagina
vagina.
this big?
Well, you know, listen, listen, it's Noah's Ark. I take two of anything at this point in time. I'm in my 40s. So now, as a woman, I'm telling you, a man wants to be needed by a woman because he feels like she need me and he feels like he's her lifeline. But I'm telling you, when I need a nigga, that's out of desperation. When I want a nigga, that means I'm putting in the work to be here. The fear for men is when a woman needs you.
Everybody is listening. These are her thoughts.
Hold on.
These are
Okay,
her
that's
thoughts.
fine with the disclaimer, but a lot of people shaking their heads right now. Yes.
A lot of people not.
A lot of people, and a lot of people not. A lot of bum niggas not.
I'm
But
gonna
what
tell
I'm
you-
saying, hold on, wait.
see?
Let me
Okay.
finish my point. I need clarity here.
Did you hear what you just said?
I need clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
A lot of clarity here.
You said bum niggas.
I did say it.
Now, if we
To
say
be
whack
clear-
bitches, then
do
it's
you-
like, oh, I'm fucked up.
I'm sure whack bitches listen to you all the time. But what I'm telling you is this.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you this. And there's a lot of spectacular bitches. I'm here. He's here. What I'm telling you is, what men don't understand subconsciously, what they fear when a woman says they want them versus they need. Because if I want you, that means you have to continue to work for me to want you. When I need you, no matter what shit you giving me, I need you, nigga. I can't go nowhere.
go anywhere.
I can't go
and
nowhere.
so, yeah, and that's the truth. So I was going to say this. I think
You said men
ideally...
are controlling. With money.
No. I was going to say, ideally in a relationship, two people are whole. No one needs the other person, but they both want to be there. Because I think that's the best, because it's
They
a
both
power...
want to be needed too. You want to feel like.
But I feel like...
I understand what you're saying, but there's a point.
There's a difference between needing, because I've seen men who have told the women, I don't want you to work anymore. I want to move you out to the middle of nowhere, away from all your friends and family. And now you're relying on him because you're not making your own money. So he's going and doing whatever he wants because you need him. But it's way different when you guys are both bringing everything to the table, you know. And I'm not saying if a woman is at home working because they have children, she's, holding down the house, that's still working, right? And he does need her for that also. So I just think that... need is a really strong word. I never want to feel like, if you leave me, what am I going to do?
But then you empower yourself and you independent, so you don't have to deal.
Now, did y'all notice The fact that this dude wasn't able to even get a word in edgewise, Donnell Rawlins. Do y'all notice the the vitriol that she and edge that she talks with to a man who's simply trying to have a conversation with her? Do y'all notice that she has a co-signer sitting in the background co-signing to everything that she says? Do y'all see how controlling she is? Do you see how she's telling this man what we should love and what we should like and what we should, and says that it doesn't matter what he thinks? All things that I've said in previous videos. Alright? So I want y'all to understand something when it comes to this subject and it comes to this situation. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't want that. It's a confrontation. I'm coming to you and I'm trying to see what you want and what you are in order for me to make a decision whether I'm going to go forward. And if you're not what I want and what I like, we fuck up. A lot of times we still end up trying to fuck you. And this is something that I've been talking about lately, that men need to stop doing that. Alright? But I'm not going to try to, I'm not going to want to make something shake with this. It just is what it is. I can't tell you that you should like me. I have to accept the rejection if you don't like me because I am who I am. Or I need to change myself, okay? Whichever, however. I need to change myself to either conform to you or make myself better or whatever the case may be. Alright? You can't tell me what the fuck I should like. Alright? The fact of the matter is, why do I have to choose between whether my woman wants me or needs me? How come I can't have both? Why can't my woman look at me and see me as a benefit? For instance, you live your life and you make whatever you make, right? And if you're happy with what you make, right? And let's say, just for the sake of understanding, as a lady, let's say you make 90 grand a year and he makes 70. And with your 90 grand, you're living a happy life, right? And this man makes 70 grand. And if he comes into the situation, and let's say he says, I'm going to pay most of the bills. Shouldn't you be happy with that? You're happy with the 90 grand that you make by yourself. And this man comes in and adds 70. Alright? You just look for reasons to not deal with good men. Alright? You try to tell us what we think. Now, if you look at that situation and you say, hey, well, I don't want somebody who makes less money than me. I can't do shit but accept that. Or can you keep it honest with yourself? Listen, we don't care about those things that you have, and it's not that we don't want you to have them. We don't benefit from them. The problem is the mindset that comes with you having those things. This is it right here. This is a direct illustration of it right here. It's the mindset. You think that we should just deal with this mindset just because you feel like that's who you are. That is manufactured, baby girl. And at the end of the day, y'all think we are intimidated by you? We're not. We're not intimidated by you. We're intimidated by the law. In other words, you come to me with this energy, and that energy basically says that I will fuck you up. And even though we both know that's not the case, you know that I can't. And you utilize that as every advantage that you absolutely possibly can. Even though we both know that's not the case. And it's only going to get worse from here. And men understand that. Men know that. You're telling me all of these things about what you have and all of these things, and you're telling me these things when it doesn't, like, it really don't benefit me while we dating because I'm paying for everything. So you telling me I got this and I got that and I got this, I really don't want to hear that as long as I'm paying for everything. All right? So, when we get to know each other at the beginning, okay, but mentioning that shit all the time, nah. But back to the attitude and the mindset that comes with it. It's the mindset and the snooty attitude that you have behind having it that you think that it represents some value to us. And at the end of the day, the only thing that represents any value to us is peace of mind. Can you bring me that? Can this woman that y'all see in this video bring a dude peace of mind? Because like I said, it's only going to get worse from there. And it's going to escalate and escalate, and women have a tongue that cuts like a knife when they don't get their way. That's going to escalate to, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about what you think. I don't give a fuck about your happiness. Your mama's a bitch. That's what it's going to escalate to. Once you become immune to that shit because you've heard it so much, then she's gonna put her hands on you. And like I said, there ain't no defense to that. If I call the police, I'm a bitch. But if I put my hands on you, I'm a bitch. That's a lose-lose. So why would we get ourselves involved in that? Yet you still trying to sell yourself and tell us why we should want you to someone that you claim that you don't need in your life anyway. Does that make sense? Y'all know how I do. Show off.